Hi, lovelies. This is Zoe from the Whisper Tree. So, thank you for those of you that have been able to or are about to join me live, or if you're watching this in catch up, thank you very much for joining. Oh, hiya, Robbie. Hiya, Vicky. You managed to get on. That's great. So don't forget to switch on your notifications because I'm going to be doing this once a week. If you feel drawn and you've enjoyed it, then please remember to switch on your notifications at the top of the Whisper Tree page in the following tab. Hiya Sharon, hiya lovely, hiya Kari. Oh, it's brilliant, you're all coming on. Hiya Tracy, thanks for joining. Who else have we got? Vicky as well. Hiya Vicky. Yeah, brilliant. I'm so glad you managed to join because I'm not super techie, but I thought if you just switched on your notifications, that's the main thing because then you know when I'm live. Hiya Dave, you all right, lovely? I hope you're feeling better. Hope that's how that energy works. So just while we're waiting for a few more of you to connect, I'm just going to talk very briefly about myself because I know most of you know me. I have a centre here in Lutterworth where I do transference healing. So I have one-to-one clients coming for transference healing, which is a really kind of intense, sort of deeply powerful healing modality whose master is still alive, which is very unusual. And I also do meditations, weekly meditations. People come along and I run energy on them. So you're going to sample a little bit of this energy tonight. I've called this a mini healing because it is. We'll be doing a meditation, but I will be running energy on you tonight. Hi Mel, thanks for joining, lovely. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be talking a little bit before we go into meditation about Mercury and retrograde. Really interesting energies at the moment, as you probably gathered from what's been probably going on personally for you. Talking about how we can support ourselves with these intense energies and call a dryad meditation, which is like a tree spirit meditation. It's really powerful because I will be running energy on you. So it's kind of like a mini healing within itself. So I think we're ready to go. Quite a few of you have already joined up, which is lovely. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining. I always feel blessed when people manage to connect in live. So that's lovely. So let's go into Mercury and retrograde because this is something that's it started this week around the 5th, 6th of this week, midweek. And obviously Mercury is a planet. It's a ruler of communication. It retrogrades, so it appears like it's going backwards in the sky. It's not actually doing that, but its tilt is, or I can't actually explain it cosmologically. I'm not an astrologer, or an astronomer rather, so I can't explain it like that. But what happens energetically is that we're not getting supported in the same way. It's not influencing us in the same way. So things are going to seem fairly different over the next 2 or 3 weeks in terms of communication and how we feel around showing our true selves out to the world. This planet retrogrades about 3 to 4 times a year. So you've probably heard the term Mercury in retrograde. A lot of people talk about it. So we've had that going on. We've also had a lot of, obviously, these solar storms, wind, very stirring. So I know a lot of people have not been sleeping very well. A lot of people kind of having physical stuff coming up for them. I know we've not been too great in our household this week, but definitely sleep really getting activated as well and disruptive, because the mind is so active. We're getting loads of ideas for change coming in. Now, I don't know how much you're aware, but we're in a year where it's all about change. Numerologically, it's about change. So we're getting loads of ideas coming in about ways in which we want to change our life, and it's, everyone's getting pushed like that a lot. So this month in particular, it is about getting down to it and doing it and following the inspired action that we're getting, and just, you know, just actioning it, getting down, doing it. That really is the message. It's a power month. So we're really going to be kind of yielding the work and the clearing that we've done up until now. We've had a lot of clearing going on with all the eclipses, and it's been so intense. You're probably thinking, oh my goodness, she's talking about all these different things, but there's just been so much cosmologically going on at the moment. And what it's allowing us to do at the moment also is see the bigger picture, open up our consciousness so we can see the bigger picture and really start to think about where we need to make those changes for our transformation. So we're getting pushed to open up to newness and variety as well. But the flip side of that is that we're probably not going to be able to know which direction to take. So focus is key. It's probably going to be a little bit difficult for us at the moment. We're also just entering a new moon. New moon brings about change as well, and also new beginnings, and just going over, you know, what we've achieved so far in the last lunar cycle. So as you can appreciate, there's a lot going on. Hiya Sue, hiya Angie. Thanks for joining. That's lovely to have you on board. So we've just started. So as I said earlier on, we're in this Mercury in retrograde, which is going to have I feel, a big influence on us, especially over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Now, Mercury, a bit like the new moon, is about self-evaluation. So we're going to be driven to going over old ground and just kind of reassessing, reevaluating what's been going on in our lives. You may find, I know that some of my clients have been saying this, that the old acquaintances, past acquaintances have been popping into their lives. And, you know, it might be exes, it might be old friends. But what's key about this is that old energy that may have been between you and stopping you from seeing each other at the moment or being in each other's lives has to shift. So it's almost like you've been given an opportunity again to shift that energy. So just pay attention to that. I know a couple of clients have been saying that's been the case for them. Just love to know if that's happened to you recently. It's always interesting. But mainly, and what I really feel is happening, especially for me personally, is Mercury in retrograde is really pushing us to look at the way we present ourselves to the world, how we show ourselves to the world. So whether it's our appearance, whether it's our presence on social media, whether it's the way we brand our business, if you have your own company, your own business, it's all of those things. And I know for me, it's been very much the case. So for example, I'm really revamping the look on my Facebook page. You probably noticed that I've changed all the imagery because it just didn't feel right. I felt like I needed an upgrade because I'm shifting. Basically, we're shifting. So things have to reflect that. So that's how I'm seeing it, and that's definitely what's been happening for me. The other thing that I've found with myself and with my clients especially is that we're being really pushed to speak our truth, which, you know, sometimes we can feel a bit awkward and have those kind of awkward conversations, or feel like we have to have these awkward conversations and are really pushed to have these conversations. But, you know, it's necessary, and it's, you know, we're really having to speak our truth at the moment. So my advice to you, and what I've been trying to do, I don't always manage it in the moment because it is difficult, isn't it? Especially when we're getting triggered and impacted, is to just pause before I speak, you know, and then say if my husband's sort of saying, well, what do you think? Or, you know, I say, well, I'm just processing, I'm just thinking about it, you know, and I'll let you know when I've done that. And, you know, just give me time to kind of connect in a little bit to my higher self, into my intuition, and find the best way forward. And I'm just trying to be, I suppose, more responsive rather than reactive. And I'm finding it's really helping me at the moment. And just kind of being more diligent, taking more care over everything that I do, you know, just slowing down a little bit more, just because Mercury is not supporting us in the same way, in the way we communicate and the way we connect to others. So it's really, I feel really worth our while just to slow down, reread if you're texting, reread your emails, pause before you talk, pause before you take an action, check your intent, make sure it's of a higher one. Do you see what I mean? All of those things are really going to serve you at the moment. Hiya, Jenny. Hiya, Lisa. Thank you. Vicky says it really has. Really old acquaintances have really recently been in touch and making plans to meet up. Brilliant. Yeah, perfect, Vicky. That's exactly what's happening. Last time Mercury in retrograde happened, which I think was, can't quite remember, I think it was last August. I think I had an old boyfriend that contacted me who I hadn't seen since I was 16, and he apologized for not being very nice. I hadn't really thought about it at all, so it was, you know, and he just apologized, and I haven't seen him again since. But it was really lovely, and that's what I mean by kind of just shifting the energy between you. He really felt the need to do that, and you know, and that's great, that's lovely. So other things that can happen in Mercury in retrograde is connectivity. So internet connection, definitely I've witnessed and experienced that. Connectivity isn't great. So, you know, and electrical goods, things like that might not be working in the same way. So, you know, computers, phones, anything like that will maybe, you know, a little bit dodgy, I suppose, for want of a better word at the moment. And this is just Mercury in retrograde. Okay, it's transitional. It will pass, but at least you know what it is. So ways in which to support ourselves during this period, during this 2-3 week period, I'll just give you those quickly before we finish up with our little mini healing meditation. What I'd suggest, if you're feeling at all headachy, a little bit out of balance, out of whack, a bit dizzy because there's lots going on, you're not sleeping well, maybe feeling a little bit unwell, all of these is to do with all of this new influx of energy and the way it's impacting on us. If you were feeling any of these things, salt baths, I cannot recommend them enough. So you either put the salt in your bath, Epsom salts, unprocessed sea salt, rock salts, Himalayan salts. You can get those from Boots, Amazon, do loads of unprocessed grey sea salt. Put a couple of big handfuls in the bath, or just bathe your feet. That's a really, really good way. Sometimes we can get a little bit ungrounded with these energies, so which is fine. You're kind of floating around and feeling great, but it's so difficult when you've got to function, isn't it? So we need to kind of ground ourselves back in. So salt baths, brilliant. If you're feeling particularly ungrounded, I'd suggest going outside, just walking around on grass with bare feet. That will really help to kind of ground you back in. Drink plenty of water. Eat things like root vegetables, you know, potatoes, carrots, all those sorts of things really help to ground your physical body back into the earth, anchor us back in. And another thing that you can do is just imagine roots. If you can just take a couple of minutes out of your day, just still yourself, find a quiet space, and just imagine roots growing down from your feet into the earth. And just that practice will just help to ground and anchor you back in a little bit. So they're just a few tips that I would be using. I'm mainly doing the salt baths. I've just had one now actually, and it's just lovely. Just even when you're feeling unwell generally, physically, emotionally, you know, mentally, it's really purifying. Salt is very purifying. It clears all of these things, and it really, really revitalizes you and shifts you. So can't recommend that enough. So we're just coming on. So it's, yeah, of course, it's perfect, 8:15. So we're just coming into the last 5 minutes, and we're going to do the important work now. We're going to do the energy work. So you're just going to get a little taster of this energy work that we do here at the Whisper Tree Centre in Lutterworth. So, oh, Sharon just said, yes, indeed, I've definitely said, oh, I can't see the rest of that. Let's just have a look. Said my piece, cleared the air, though tense moments, need to check my intent more. You do, Sharon, you know, you have to, sometimes you have to have those awkward conversations, don't you? And this is very much what we were saying in the group on Monday, or was it the Tuesday group? I can't remember, where, you know, we were saying that, you know, it's important to have those conversations, but say it when you're not feeling emotional. So you could just say, oh, I'm just processing, just give me a moment, take yourself off, calm yourself down, and then come back, and you're able to say that in a lighter way. It's really difficult, you know, I really appreciate that, but it is important, especially at the moment. Okay, so thanks for sharing, everybody, and thank you so much for watching and tuning in. So while you guys get ready, I just want you to make sure you're not going to be disturbed for the next 5-6 minutes. That's all it's going to take. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the benefits. So just very quickly, make sure you're comfortable, make sure you're warm, make sure you're not going to be disturbed. Switch off your phones, any distractions. This is your time for you. Honor it, make the most of it, okay? Really want you to do that now. So this is a dryad meditation. This is something that was channeled through by my teacher, Alexis Cartwright, who is the founder and channeler of Transference Healing. It's a really, really powerful meditation which allows me to run just a little bit of energy on you guys. It's going to help you ground, so it's just perfect for the moment. It will help revitalize you, so you're just going to feel a bit more energized, hopefully. It will just allow your energy system to heal a little bit more, because we get very impacted by all the other energy, other people's energy, and that in turn just kind of can lower our vibration and our own personal frequency a little bit. So this is just allowing that to heal, strengthens your emotional body, you know, just so we can become a little bit emotionally stronger, build your power center as well, because when we're feeling more emotionally stronger, we feel, you know, our own kind of inner self and sense of self and inner strength is enhanced, isn't it? And then this in turn will have a knock-on effect, and that it will allow you to just resolve those issues, you know, with a little bit more ease and grace, because that's what we want, right? We just want to move through our stuff with more ease and grace. We're never ever not going to get all that stuff that comes up for all of us, but it's just how we move through it, isn't it? We always want it to be easier for ourselves. Okay, so hopefully you're ready to go in. I'm not going to play the music because sometimes Facebook cuts out the sound altogether when we do that. So let's start by just closing our eyes. Okay, and we're just going to take a couple of deep breaths, nice gradual deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. Okay, and I just want you to imagine now that the world around you as you know it is dissolving away, and as you look up, you notice that it's nighttime and you're outside on ancient ground looking up into a star-filled sky with the slither of a new moon. And all around you, surrounding you, is a beautiful wood with many ancient trees. And I want you now to look at each tree and choose the tree that you most resonate with. And just stand in front of the tree and notice its detail. And as you do so, you feel your feet transforming into roots and growing down into the earth. Your roots are meeting and growing with the roots of the tree, and you are becoming entwined with that tree. And as this is happening, just feel your reconnection with the earth, the nourishment from the soil, cooling and soothing your body and soul. So just drawing up the energy from the roots now through your legs and torso, which are now becoming strong like the trunk of your chosen tree. And feel your life force revitalizing you and a new sense of empowerment coming through. you are growing taller. Again, feel the energy being drawn up through your roots, coming up through your legs, torso, and now through your outstretched arms, your branches, which are spreading out and mingling with the branches of your tree. And feel the cool air moving around and through your new branches, just feeling them sway and just feeling a new sense of freedom and ease rushing over you as you open your fingers and feel the air moving between them. Feel the energy of growth and life filtering throughout the whole of your body. And now tilt your head to feel the coolness of the moon on your face and know that it's revitalizing you, washing you with the power of the feminine spirit. Gather the energy from the air, the sky, and the stars above you and channel it down to your root. Just feel it going down your body. And just take a moment to do this. Just feeling the energies flowing through your body. And now feel the earth energy leaving your fingertips, flowing down your torso, through your legs, and back into the earth. Take it down to your roots, which are entwined with the roots of your tree. And now feel or sense your roots receding and transforming back into your feet. You no longer feel anchored to the earth. And your body slowly reforms itself as you feel your arms, legs, and feet return to normal. And now look at your tree. Give thanks to the dryad spirit, the tree spirit, for healing your life force this evening. Just giving thanks. And I'm just running white light up the body now. So from below the feet, up the legs, pelvic area, torso, neck and head, and out into the auric field, back into the heart, just opening the heart once more, opening it outwards. And then just drawing 2 silver lines of force from below the feet down into your Earth Star chakra, just situated about 6 inches below your feet. And then when you're ready and in your own time, opening your eyes. Okay then, lovelies, I hope you enjoyed that. I just ran a little bit of energy on you, but I'm hoping you could really feel that. The more open you are to receive, the more you're going to feel that energy. So just to wrap up, I said I'd be gifting a free meditation. If you want to receive that meditation, if you just type in meditation in the comment box, and I can send you the link, you'll be able to subscribe to my newsletter through that. So I just send a little newsletter out once a week with anything that I've been doing or anything that for you to watch or what I think might help you guys. So if you want to receive that, just type meditation. Switch on, don't forget, switch on your notifications in the following tab at the top of my page, the Whisper Tree page. You'll be able to catch my weekly or during the week daily card readings, if that makes sense. Monday to Friday I do a live card reading between 7:30 and 8 in the morning, so that just gives you insight throughout the day and just little tips for you. It's just a 5-minute thing, and then obviously I'll be doing a weekly online healing, so always different, sometimes meditation, sometimes a little energy procedure. So if you want to come and join, it's all free. I'd love to have you on board. The mini healings will be either on Thursday or a Friday at 8 p.m. But if you switch your notifications on, you'll get that notification. So please share, let anybody else know if you feel that they may benefit from this. You know, I'm here to serve. I love doing this. So love having people on live, loving the hearts. Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening. Don't forget about Mercury retrograde and how to help yourself and support yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful evening. Bye.